everybody! So today I wanted to try the Come As You Are palette from Karity Cosmetics. I've never actually tried this brand before. I think I've seen them on Instagram, but I don't really hear anybody talking about this brand. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. But I was shopping in Riley Rose and I was just kind of like browsing, trying to find something to catch my interest, and nothing really was. And then I saw this and it's like the palette of my dreams. So I bought it. I'm gonna open it up. So inside there's a little sheet of, this is not paper. This is basically saying that it is a 100% cruelty-free brand, and for every palette they sell, they donate to their local SPCA through Palettes for Paws initiative. And when you purchase from this brand, you help to feed an animal in need, and that aligns like so flawlessly with my own morals and values. So this palette is not only fucking beautiful, look at it, but this brand itself is awesome. So I have not touched these, I have not swatched them, I have not seen any reviews, I've never heard anybody talk about this brand, so I'm going into it completely blind. I just wanted to try this. If I like this, I want to purchase definitely more of their palettes. I really would love to support this brand, so I'm really hoping that this quality is there. As you can maybe assume from the name Come As You Are, this is a 90s themed grunge palette. All of the shade names are 90s themed. There's like Drew is this purpley, silvery pink, like Drew Barrymore. Some of them are like lingo, like Cool Beans or Oh Snap or Duh. So I'm very excited to try it. Let's get started. I have no idea what I want to do, but this shade Psych is really standing out to me, probably because it's the brightest one. I'm gonna just start swatching some of these, and this swatch is super sheer. Super sheer. So that might just be like a first kind of transition, like laying down shade. Oh no. Ooh, these aren't swatching very good at all. Oh no, I want to love it so bad. Ooh, these swatches don't give me hope. So, I know swatches don't always indicate how a product will perform, so I'm just gonna start throwing on some shades. I picked out 4 that I think would look really nice. They didn't swatch great, but I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna start with Psych, and I'm gonna lay that down in my crease. These are super powdery, but you know what? I'm trying not to judge it. I really truly I want to love this brand. I truly don't know anything about this brand at all, but I've never heard anyone talk about it, and I hope it's not because it sucks. Okay, this is applying with a brush much better than it was swatching already. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit too, I think. So as I'm applying it just on top of a primer and with a brush, it's applying better than it was swatching. I'm going into this a little nervous now, and I really don't want to hate this, and I really want to make it work. I'm just gonna do like a regular look that I would normally do. So I'm applying it kind of in a winged out kind of shape, and then all the way up to the brow in the inner corner. That's just kind of the look that I'm liking at the moment. Okay, next I'm gonna dip into Dank, the olive green. Okay, so it's definitely blending in a little bit better than I was anticipating. The swatches were just very, very sheer and patchy, but it seems to be applying a little bit better. They go on more sheer, in these shadows so far, just from the 2 I've tried, are just more buildable. Rather than being like immediately intense, you just need to kind of layer, blend and build, which actually is my preferred method of shadow application. I like to build shadows and blend them out. I like very diffused, soft looks. Okay, my nerves are easing a little bit. I'm just gonna go back into that first brush with no additional product, and just, actually I'm gonna pick up a little bit more Psych and just kind of blend that together a little bit better right over here. Okay, they're blending together well, good. Okay, so now I feel like I want to be a little bit more adventurous with the look that I do. I'm gonna bring Dank just a little bit out, just just a little bit more. I'm gonna go into, this like navy blue at the bottom. God, I love this. I love this color story so much. And that is just gonna go in the outer corner. And still following that shape, I'm bringing it out and blending it into dank. That's why I brought dank out just a little farther, because I want to bring this one out too. These are performing really well. Look how shitty those swatches are. They're truly some of the worst swatches I've ever seen in my life, but they go on well. See, whenever people used to say you can't trust swatches, I always used to call bullshit, because like, it's kind of how you feel the texture of the product. I'm eating my words, man. This is working out so well. I really want to use Gwen somehow, but it's so like raspberry maroon and I've already used blues and greens. How am I gonna make this work? I really want to use it. While I'm thinking about it, I want to bring through the crease a teeny bit. Just a teeny bit. Ooh, wait. Dude, I don't know if this is gonna look weird, but that's how I do my makeup. I try weird things. I'm gonna dip into Cool Beans, this like orange in the middle, and I want to put this, I'm not going anywhere, so fuck it. I'm gonna put this right here, like the inner crease area. So it's really kind of like mudding together in there, which I was anticipating because it's an orange on top of like a yellow, green, blue, which are obviously contrasting tones. But I don't mind that it's mudding together because right in the inner corner, it's much more vibrant. So the fact that it's a grungy palette is sort of working to my benefit, and it's making it much easier for me to put contrasting colors together because they do just kind of turn into gray brown. I'm gonna leave that like that, and then this brush is clean. It's just really, really stained, but it's clean. And I'm dipping into Live, this peach, and that's gonna be my inner corner color. I love it. Okay, what do I want for my lid? Okay, I don't want to think about the lid right now. Now I'm gonna dip into Gwen, which is the raspberry shade, and that is going to go on the lower lash line. Oh, doing my lower lash line sucks. I always get it in my eye, like it always flips up into my eye, and it hurts. So I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna take a little bit more Live and kind of throw that on the lower lash line, just a little bit on the inner part, just to help blend Gwen into the inner corner. I love it! It's like a grungy rainbow. Ooh, I still need a lid color. And I might try one of these shimmers because I've done pretty much almost every matte. I have not done Riot or Seattle yet, or Bogus. I've not done those three, but I'm happy with this so far. So I'm really kind of leaning right now towards this Tattletale color. It's really gray. It looks like it'd be more bluey, but it's not. It turns out more gray, so maybe. Okay, I've decided. I am going to use What's Up. I want to try a technique that I've seen Betty Jean, aka Butte Bean, do constantly. Every time she uses a shimmer, she uses the NYX glitter primer first, and I've had this for so long. It's honestly, it probably expired and I probably need a new one, but this might be too much. So I've used this before and I just have not enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a try today. So I'm just tapping that all over the lid. Oh, actually, maybe I'm just being picky, but for me, I just feel like it never looks good. Like it makes the eyeshadow around it look gross. I don't know if that made a big enough difference for me. Here's what I'm gonna do, because, okay, I'm gonna zoom you in real close. It's not completed yet, it's pretty messy, as far as the lid color goes, but I just want to show you why I don't like that primer. There's that line of demarcation that you can see right there, and it's not just from like a lack of blending. It's because every single time I've ever applied the NYX glitter primer, it creates this like ugly ass line where it meets eyeshadow, where the eyeshadow it meets with becomes like fucking ugly. I don't know, maybe I just need to work with it a little more. Like, I hate it. I'm gonna zoom you back out, this is stupid. I don't know if that even showed up on camera or not. The way that I like really just loathed cut creases before I tried them more and got used to them, maybe I just need to work with this a little bit more and be maybe more intentional with my placement. I'm really not sure where I'm going wrong. I'm gonna just, I'm taking a little bit more Umda, that's like the navy blue, and blending that together with Was Up. I also want to take more Dank and just try to make that ugly ass line look a little bit better right there. Oh no, that made it worse. Yeah, because now it's all sticking. I'm gonna take a little bit more Cool Beans. Okay, so there's the first eye. I really, really, really love how it turned out. I love how these colors blended together. Those swatches sucked, but the shadows themselves performed beautifully. I got like extremely nervous and sad there for a second because I thought I was gonna hate this and hate this brand, and I don't. I love it, so I can buy more of their stuff and feel good about it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the other eye, but I'm going to skip the glitter primer and I'm gonna see if I like it better. Not necessarily like that ugly line of demarcation. I think that might be user error, and I think I just need to play with it a little bit more, but I wanna see if it makes a difference in terms of like opacity and intensity of the shimmer itself. That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna work on that and then I will come back. Okay, so I have completed the other eye. I did the same exact colors and the same exact steps as the first eye, but I skipped the glitter primer. So I think that the main difference is that the eye without the glitter primer is just a lot softer and it looks a lot more blended in together. Let me try to zoom in. I think that the intensity of the shimmer is a lot stronger on the eye with the glitter primer. However, I don't think it makes that huge of a difference, but it does make a difference. On this eye where that weird line of demarcation was, I went ahead and I put more of that Dank color, that was that like olive green, and I kind of packed it right over that line, and then because it was orange and green next to each other, they don't really blend together too well, so that line wasn't going anywhere. But I did add a little bit more of Was Up, which is the lid shade. Someone's calling me. I forgot what I was saying. My point is, I mean, I think you can see like the difference between the eyes. Hello? I think once I play around with this a little bit more, I think I would like it. I'm thinking the key, the secret, is to apply it a little bit lower, just a little bit lower than where you want the shimmer to be, because I think to make it work, you need to use that shimmer to kind of blend over that ugly ass line. That's irrelevant to what the video is about, which is the palette. Before I give you my thoughts about the palette, I just want to finish my eyes. So I want kind of like a maroony magenta raspberry liner. I have this one from ColourPop called Boots. It's just like a hot pink. So I want to put it on top of this NYX in Violet, and I think that this underneath will kind of make it deep enough. I think they'll mix together well, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Man, these ColourPop eyeliners are really nice. Damn. I'm just trying to get through the ColourPop BFF mascara, and then I'm going to move on to the NYX. I forget what it's called, but it's the new one. But I'm just waiting to use this up before I open it. Kind of want to try something weird. Is it really a look for me if I don't try out at least 10 weird things that probably won't work? I still have all these Kat Von D brow pomades that I don't know. Well, okay, I only have these 3. I'm just trying to find reasons to keep these. They make good eyeliners, kind of, but I want to try it by like using it kind of like a mascara. I'm just really trying to find justification for purchasing these, so I'm gonna give this a try. Okay, I'm gonna just take a clean, unused, brand new spoolie and run it along like the inside of this. Okay, I'm gonna try to put this on my lower lashes because I think that a pop of yellow would look sick down there. Okay, it looks cool. Wow, I actually like that a lot. Wow. It makes my eyes look as infected as her child is going to be. Oh, I like it so much. Why did it have to be Kat Von D? Damn you, Kat Von D, just vaccinate your fucking child. Final thoughts about the palette. This brand rips, dude. I love it. This look is so cool. And it's definitely like, maybe it's not, but for me, it kind of just looks basic. I don't know why, but I do know that I went into it initially so excited and then immediately so disappointed and nervous. So I did play it a little bit safe. I am so very excited to keep playing with this because I really, really love it. Some things I noticed just while using it. This eye over here on the inner corner did not have as much primer on it, just because like I'm pretty lazy about applying primer to my inner corners. Don't know why. I also don't apply primer underneath my eye, but there was like concealer and stuff under there. The shade Live, which I applied on my inner corners, did not want to stick to this side. So just based on how it's swatched on my hand and based on how just the one single inner corner shade applied on just like pretty much bare skin, not great. You definitely need a primer, like 100%. You should use a primer anyway, but you need a sticky primer for these. That being said, I think that once one of the shades is on, the rest of the shades will blend in with that shade really well. So it's not like the shit-ass BH Cosmetics palette that I have that I hate so much. It's not like the James Charles palette. Whereas like with those palettes, if you try to put one shade on top of an existing shade, that shade will just not stick at all. These shades will stick to one another, but they need to initially stick to a primer. From my first impressions, that might not be the case, but that was just how it seemed while I was using it. The shades applied like pretty true to what you'd think by looking at them, but by swatching this one, Tattletale, it looks like it'd be a little bit more like bluey turquoise, but it's swatched silver. But also this palette swatches like shit, so you really can't determine anything. That's the weird thing. Why does it swatch so horribly but it applies so well? I've just never encountered that ever in my life. I've encountered shades that swatch fantastically and then don't really apply very well, but I've never encountered the opposite and I don't understand. For my initial first impression, my very first time using this palette, I love it. And I will be purchasing more from Karity Cosmetics, not only because this palette performed beautifully, but also because of them as a brand and their like Palettes for Paws initiative and their dedication to animal welfare that I can so get behind. Should I put a lip color on? Right now I'm just wearing the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Neat Freak. I love it. It just adds like a gloss and a glitter to my lips, but I kind of want to put on a grungy lip. Okay, this is extraordinarily old. I don't know if it still exists, but this is the NYX Powder Puff in the color Cool Intentions. Okay, that is the look. I am so excited to fucking use this more. I am so excited. I found this at Riley Rose. I don't know where else you can find Karity Cosmetics. I've fucking never heard anybody talk about them. I don't think I've ever seen them in Ulta or Sephora. I actually don't go into Sephora, but I don't think I've ever seen them at Ulta. I don't know. I've seen them like on Instagram ads, but I've never seen them anywhere else. I don't know. But Riley Rose for sure will sell Karity cosmetics, and I'm sure they have a website. I love this palette. It is a grungy 90s themed palette and it's perfect. So I am all done. As always, my social media will be linked down below. I am working harder to get more active, and I say that every time and then I don't post. But if you bully me, I will post, okay? I'm active on Twitter and I like to talk to people on Twitter, so there's that. Let me know what else you would want to see from me, and I just want to say thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.